A standard factory sleeper offers under 8 feet of living space. The 10 builds in this countdown stretch past 18 feet of interior, push total length beyond 40 feet, and range from 6-figure conversions to 7-figure rolling estates exceeding $1 million. They include independent electrical systems, residential-grade materials, and at number 1, full autonomy on a heavy-duty chassis. Subscribe if engineering deep dives are your thing. Let's begin at number 10. In the 10th place, Bolt Custom's Volvo VNL 150-inch extended sleeper marks the starting line for luxury sleeper cabs on a commercial chassis. This build stretches the living zone to 12 feet, carving out a genuine residential space within a truck that remains just under 75 feet in total length. The transformation hinges on a mid-frame splice, engineered with 4 130 steel cross members to reinforce the chassis and support the extra 6,500 pounds of cabinetry, plumbing, and insulation. Anchored by a Volvo D13 engine delivering 500 horsepower and 1,850 pound-feet of torque, the truck absorbs the added mass with only a modest 2% fuel penalty, keeping performance viable for long-haul routes. Dual-bus electrical architecture, a 12 kilowatt-hour lithium battery pack, and a 7 kilowatt diesel APU enable climate control and onboard amenities even when parked. With 130 gallons of fresh water on tap and hotel-grade insulation, drivers avoid between $9,000 and $11,000 in annual lodging costs, a return on investment that justifies an outlay of between $250,000 and $350,000. This foundational design proves that the true home-like comfort and operational autonomy are possible without breaching regulatory length or weight limits, setting the baseline for even more ambitious builds to come. Number 9. The ARI Legacy Kenworth T880 with its 180-inch sleeper marks a decisive escalation in the arms race for livable space and onboard autonomy. At 15 feet deep, the interior rivals compact apartments featuring a full residential kitchen, a dedicated shower, and built-in cabinetry that would not look out of place in a high-end condo. The move from 150 to 180 inches is not just a matter of comfort, it triggers a cascade of engineering demands. The Cummins X15 engine delivers 525 horsepower, ensuring the truck's performance remains viable even as curb weight climbs past 30,000 pounds. To keep systems running off-grid, a 15 kilowatt-hour lithium battery bank and a 9 kilowatt diesel APU power both climate control and appliances, while 140 gallons of fresh water support multi-day independence. The reinforced frame and higher gross vehicle weight rating allow the T880 to handle the extra cabinetry and systems without breaching DOT axle limits. At an average build cost near $400,000, this ARI Legacy sets a new benchmark for operational autonomy and residential finish, pushing the boundaries of what a sleeper cab can be while remaining road legal and economically justifiable for owner-operators. 8th place, the 1994 Peterbilt 362, with its early 180-inch extended sleeper stands as a pivotal proof of concept in the evolution of luxury cabs, long before the rise of lithium battery banks and high-output diesel APU systems. This rig pushed the limits of what a working truck could offer. The interior stretches a full 15 feet, remarkable for its era, within an overall vehicle length of just over 30 feet. Powered by a 400 horsepower Cummins 14-liter engine, it relied on conventional alternators and a modest 30-gallon fresh water tank to sustain basic living needs, leaving amenities like climate control and kitchen appliances to shore power or generator stops. The $78,900 listing price, documented in period sales sheets, reflects both the ambition and the constraints of its time. No digital networks, minimal redundancy, and a systems architecture that demanded constant trade-offs between comfort and operational range. Yet the Peterbilt 362's stretched frame and residential-style sleeper directly set the stage for the integrated, systems-rich platforms that would follow, tracing a clear lineage from basic mobile shelter to the rolling estates of today's luxury market. Number 7. The custom long-hood Kenworth T680 with its nearly 200-inch sleeper redefines how extra space can be engineered into a commercial chassis. Instead of adding length to the rear, this build extends the nose forward, using a tapered steel truss welded to the front chassis rails, a move that pushes the total vehicle length to approximately 78 feet and requires a state vehicle length exception permit in places like Texas. The result is a living zone that approaches 17 feet, rivaling small apartments and offering a true residential experience on the highway. Under the hood, a PACCAR MX-13 engine delivers 565 horsepower, while the electrical system integrates a 6-kilowatt solar array and an 18-kilowatt-hour lithium battery bank, enabling days of off-grid autonomy. The aerodynamic penalty from the elongated hood is real, with a modest uptick in fuel consumption, but owners report that the gains in comfort, self-sufficiency, and driver retention far outweigh the trade-off. With a build cost near $360,000, this T680 marks a turning point where engineering complexity and regulatory navigation become prerequisites for next-level luxury, paving the way for even more specialized and purpose-driven sleeper cabs. Number 6. The Kenworth W900 Heritage 75 Limited Edition offers a study in analog-centric luxury at a time when digital systems dominate the conversation. Each of these trucks carries a numbered plaque marking its place in a short production run that celebrates Kenworth's 75th anniversary. The interior stretches to 150 inches, filled with hand-finished wood veneer, stitched leather, and classic analog gauges that recall an era before touchscreen dashboards and CAN bus networks. At the heart sits a Cummins ISX-15 engine rated up to 605 horsepower, delivering the kind of torque reserve that keeps this 36-foot, 30,200-pound rig moving with authority, even when loaded with cabinetry, full plumbing and high-end appliances, a 10-kilowatt-hour battery bank, and a 6-kilowatt auxiliary power unit ensure climate control and amenities run quietly off-grid, while the sticker price of $180,000 positions the Heritage 75 as a collectible asset with real operational value. For owner-operators, the blend of craft premium and mechanical simplicity translates to higher resale values and minimal digital downtime. This entry bridges the gap between heritage and innovation, setting the stage for the fully networked, digitally controlled sleepers that follow. Number 5. The RoadRunner Freightliner Cascadia Bike Box Garage Sleeper turns the concept of a luxury cab into a tool for both living and earning. Behind the cab, a hydraulically operated motorcycle garage folds seamlessly into the rear, supported by a drop-deck steel lattice that preserves structural integrity and keeps axle loads within DOT limits. The dedicated exhaust and venting system allow for safe, fume-free storage of a full-size bike, while a Cummins X15 engine with 605 horsepower ensures the truck still pulls its weight literally across 78 feet of total length. Inside, 130 inches of living space house, a full galley, climate-controlled sleeping quarters, and an 8-kilowatt-hour battery paired with a 5-kilowatt auxiliary power unit. With 80 gallons of fresh water on board, the rig supports multi-day independence. The $92,000 conversion cost is offset by the ability to haul, store, and even rent out motorcycles, transforming downtime into revenue. This build proves that spatial innovation and business acumen can coexist, blending purposeful engineering with the comforts of rolling home. Number 4. Volvo's digital cab prototype marks a decisive leap into data-driven efficiency. The 190-inch interior stretches nearly 16 feet, but the real transformation lies in its fully networked CAN-FD cabin and high-voltage backbone. A 250 kilowatt battery pack anchors the system, feeding a 48-volt zonal bus that orchestrates smart HVAC, lighting, and infotainment through distributed controllers. This architecture is not just about comfort. It is engineered to cut idling by 12%, according to Volvo's internal testing, by precisely managing auxiliary loads and climate control even when the diesel engine is off. With 75 kilowatt-hours of usable high-voltage storage, the digital cab supports extended off-grid operation while maintaining a 500-plus horsepower anchor for hauling. At a build cost of $245,000 and a total length of 38 feet, this prototype sets the benchmark for how digital energy management can bridge the gap between luxury and operational savings, foreshadowing the command center demands of the categories to come. Coming to the top 3, the RallyTech Mack Anthem Rally-Ops Command Center redefines luxury as a tool for operational dominance. Spanning 210 inches of interior space and stretching the rig to 42 feet, this build is engineered for race team logistics, not just comfort. At its core, a 20 kilowatt-hour lithium battery and a 12 kilowatt diesel auxiliary power unit deliver uninterrupted power to a full satcom uplink, cold room refrigeration, and dedicated telemetry stations. Reinforced tool bays and modular parts inventory cut pit crew downtime by 40%, a figure documented in RallyTech's own return on investment studies. The 505 horsepower MP8 engine, tuned for rapid response, shoulders the extra mass without compromising reliability. With a documented build cost of $312,000 and certified by both RallyTech and DOT under special permit, the Anthem Rally-Ops proves that extreme luxury can directly translate into measurable revenue and logistical edge, setting a new standard for what a mobile command center can achieve. Number 2, the International LoneStar Cab-Over Mansion marks the penultimate escalation in the race for rolling luxury. Here, the sleeper stretches to 360 inches of interior living space, or 30 feet of studio apartment comfort built atop a commercial chassis. The transformation is anchored by a full-length steel spine, a structural necessity to keep this massive frame roadworthy under DOT scrutiny. At over 80 feet in total length, the rig demands a dedicated motorcoach permit in most states, pushing legal boundaries as much as engineering ones. Power comes from a Mack MP7 engine tuned to 600 horsepower. But the real story is in the support systems: a 22 kilowatt-hour battery bank, a 10 kilowatt auxiliary power unit, and 250 gallons of fresh water on board. The price tag, $1.1 million documented, reflects not just the materials and labor, but the architectural ambition to deliver true residential living on wheels. With every inch, the cab-over mansion challenges how far the definition of a truck can be stretched before it becomes something else entirely, setting the stage for the fully autonomous, off-grid habitats that follow. And finally, in first place, the Volvo VNL Autonomous Expedition stands as the apex of luxury sleeper engineering. Stretching over 220 inches of dedicated living space and pushing total vehicle length to nearly 80 feet, this prototype fuses 525 horsepower D13 diesel with a 200 kilowatt electric assist, delivering hybrid power for both traction and onboard systems. The 150 kilowatt-hour high-voltage battery pack and 48-volt zonal bus support days of off-grid autonomy, while a 10 kilowatt diesel-electric APU keeps systems running in any environment. With 300 gallons of fresh water storage and a triple-zone climate system, the living space rivals high-end apartments for comfort and independence. Full Level 4 autonomy slashes labor costs by an estimated $150,000 per year, allowing continuous operation and redefining the economics of long-haul logistics. At over $1 million invested, this build marks the logical endpoint of the sleeper cab arms race, a fully self-contained, self-driving habitat where the boundaries between vehicle, home, and business dissolve. For those fascinated by the convergence of engineering, economics, and human ambition, subscribing means never missing the next leap in this ongoing transformation. Across all 10 builds, one pattern emerges. Engineering, economics, and ambition have fused the work truck with the luxury home. These machines aren't just transport, they're rolling investments, personal sanctuaries, and showcases of autonomy. The line between vehicle and residence is vanishing. Subscribe to explore where innovation drives us next.